I'll put these on, and then you hit the space bar, kind of return to the T, and just watch from there.
Okay.
Just hit the space
We good?
Yeah.
All right.
Just hit the space bar.
I find Helle really striking. She has just the most beautiful like shock of blonde hair. She has this really direct, powerful eye contact.
She looks like young Marilyn Monroe. Honestly, if you've seen it in her pictures, oh my God.
Well, first I tell them that she's got blonde hair and blue eyes, and they're just like, what? No way. Like, what is she? And I'm like, oh, she's Danish. What? That's so cool. So you're Danish too? And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess so.
I feel like she's not afraid to do a lot of things, whereas I am.
There are times when I will be standing there and Helle just walks out of a car or a building and she looks like a superhero.
She embodies what most hardworking women are. They'll sacrifice like the shirt off their back to, you know, make a way for her family or herself or whatever.
As a woman, she's incredible. You know, she moved here from Denmark. I think she was in Canada first, worked as a chef, like was a model.
Actually, she was going to the United States on a holiday, right? And she was going for like a few months to Canada to visit one of her friends. And what happened was that she never came back. She's been there ever since.
From what I understand, she met who's Bijou's father, and then they came over here and started a life in the Lower East Side, back when it was not brunch central, back when it was a lot tougher and had drugs and hookers and artists.
I always got the feeling that he needed way more like just attention in general, which can be difficult when, you know, you're raising two children and working all the time.
I don't think at the time I really understood like the gravity of the situation, but I remember, I don't know if it was like before or after my sister was born, but I remember she kind of like sat me down one day and was just like, you know, I really want to leave this situation, like meaning, you know, my dad. And, you know, I was just like, what, are you crazy? Like, no, we have to stay together as a family. And she was just like, okay.
It was volatile, to say the least. They co-parented. They stayed together for the sake of their kids. They were always in the same neighborhood. They still had, you know, relationships with each other, and Bijou and Savannah growing up had relationships with both. So it's not like they were severed. But I do get the sense that Helle suffered more than she deserved to suffer in the relationship that she had with both.
Like kind of seeing it become more obvious, like how difficult it was for her later on than, you know, when she's like, that's it, like I have to leave. I'm just like, okay, I'm coming with you, bye. So I think that was like one moment where I kind of like realized like how serious the situation really was.
She was saying that she was planning on going back once I've graduated. That would be like me being the last one to sort of leave the nest, and then maybe she could finally just go and fly away into something else. But I hope that we haven't been keeping her here. I hope she knows that she could have done whatever she wanted to, even if maybe we weren't so pleased about it, or if we would have been a little sad.
Like her moving away will just give her more freedom to be independent and not always have to worry about like us as her kids and family.
I think she's looking to finally come back home. It seems like she's just ready to close this chapter. Like she did her duty, and now she can finally go back to being with her family and her friends.
I'm sure leaving her children behind will be extremely difficult. But I also wonder, there's a part where she's like, oh God, finally, I can just relax now.
If it was easy for her to leave Denmark and just start a life here, I imagine it would be just as easy, if not more exhilarating, to uproot and go back, you know?
I mean, also Danish is her first language, so I think just the whole communication thing will be a lot easier. I don't think she's like ever truly assimilated to Western cultures, and I think that's always been a source of conflict for her.
When we were there in last August, she seemed really excited again. Like she was running around to all these places and saying, oh, I remember that. Oh, that's so great. Oh, yes, let's go here and there. Even in United States, she can be excited about things, but I feel not in the same way as she's in Denmark.
I want like infinite happiness for her, you know? I think she really deserves it. I think I want her to live wholly for herself.
You have been such an unshakable, unquestionable, reliable support system for so many people in your life, and I hope that the family that you have in Denmark can finally be that support system for you, because you deserve it.
Just good luck with everything in the future. I hope everything happens that you want to happen. Get to see whatever you want to see, do what you want to do. One of my friends here says, be free like a wild chinchilla. Yeah. So I guess I say the same.
Wow. Oh. It was beautiful. I'm gonna miss you all. Oh my God. Sorry.
It's okay.
That was beautiful. That's shocked. Beautiful. That was great. Oh, wish they were all here, I could hug them. But I see them tomorrow. Oh, wow.